Okay, here we are back again, and we just talked about the world of protection and the world of potential, and now there's a third possible world for you to consider for part of your investment dollars. Now, I don't know what to call this world, but we're going to draw another circle here. All right? And I failed circle drawing class. But anyway, what the insurance companies decided to do is say, okay, let's take the best of this world and the best of that world and try and put it in our own unique world. So what they came up with is a product that has a guarantee of principal. There's also a guarantee of some minimum interest rate. And just like your CDs and your fixed annuities over here, generally there's going to be a penalty for what? Early withdrawal. Now, over here, there was no guarantee on your principal in the world of potential, and no guarantee of an interest rate or earnings. So what they wanted to do was try and get market-like returns, but without the risk. So what they've come up with is a way to index. I guess that's what we'll call this box, indexed. They've come up with a way to get some of the benefits of the market going up, but never having the disadvantages when the market goes down. So when the market, and in this case it's say the S&P 500, the S&P 500 is here today, and it's 1100. And a year from today, it's at 1200. Well, that difference is roughly 9%. So your account, your principal would be credited with 9%, okay? But what happens the next year when the market goes down to 800? Well, since the market went down, because they guarantee a principal at a minimum interest rate, your account is credited with 0. But 0 is the hero, because how many of your accounts in 2008 went down by 30, 40%? And if you're nearing retirement and you've accumulated this money over a period of time, and now you're ready to retire and start drawing on it, that's the last thing you want to have happen. Okay, so the next year, the market goes from 1200 to 800. Well, our friends over here in the world of potential, they lost 30%. Or maybe more than that. Our friends over here in the world of protection didn't lose a thing. And of course, our friends in the world of index didn't lose a thing either. And here's the interesting thing. When the market goes up next year to, say, it rebounds big to 1,000, you would get that gain. You don't have to be back to where this 1100 is to start making money again. In the world of potential here, you invest in the S&P 500 Vanguard fund at 1100. You put your $10,000 in there. And the next year, now you have $11,000 because it went up to the 1200. And I'm just using rough numbers. But then when the market went to the S&P went down to 800, well, then your Vanguard 500 fund now is worth, I don't know, $7,500, $800, whatever it is, $8,000. Well, now you've got your $8,000 got to crawl all the way back up to here to get to the 10. But over here, in the world of index, you never lost that money. You got a 0% return, and the next year when the market rebounded, you got a return. Now, this is just a general overview. Have no particular product in mind. There's all kinds of indexed annuities that life insurance companies have put out. But when you're thinking about your money, say you have $250,000 that you're saved, you need to start thinking about, okay, well, where am I on my life? Am I getting close to 65? Am I 35? And start thinking, okay, where would I like to put some of my money? And I think they're all good places. How much should I have in the world of potential? Yes, I'm going to have that potential of 10 to 12% return here. Of course, there are no guarantees, nor is your principal. In this world of the index, generally you're going to find the returns are 6 to 9%. And of course, that's with no negatives. So that works out very good. You never have to lose sleep. And again, over here in the world of protection, we're generally looking at 3 to 5%. So when you're looking at your overall portfolio, think about a couple things. How much money do I want totally at risk in the world of potential with the higher potential over here? Some years that's going to go up by 20, 30%, or some years like 2008, it's going to go down by 35 or 40%. Over here in the index world, where you're not probably ever going to see the 10 to 12% on a regular basis, but you're never going to have the losses, and maybe 6 to 9%. And over here in the world of protection, sleep at night, total sleep at night, 3 to 5% returns. Barely keeps up with inflation, but you're not going to lose your principal. So when you're thinking about your own personal portfolio, think in terms of the three investment worlds. How much should I have in the world of protection, in the index world, and how much should I have in the world of potential? Thanks a lot. I hope you enjoyed this lesson.